this is Christelle Martinette, and I'm just here to talk a little bit about an offer that I decided to put out, and it has to do with soul therapy and a soul therapy session. Everyone asks me, well, what do you do there? What is it all about, and why does it cost so much? So, well, why is it expensive? It requires extreme meditative states, and it takes so much time. I work with a protocol. I find the soul's origin, the condition it is in, how it has come to that state. Through past life choices, I can pinpoint exactly in what lifetime and also how it has played out in those lifetimes. And also, the most important thing is that it's possible to understand what kinds of blocks and restrictions are in place. And the ultimate goal is, most importantly, is that I'm able to clear them for you. Now, I invite you to go read about on my website first of all, why am I doing this? Because I think it's important to know the value of this type of work. So before you decide on something like this, I invite you to go to my website, multiplevoices.net, and read under what they say, and read the comments of people who I've worked with doing soul realignment sessions and soul therapeutic sessions. Now, what is the price? I'm dropping it 25%. So the full price is $597, and this can be payable in at once, one time. There's a PayPal button for that, or in 2 installments of $300 each. You can find one button for that, a PayPal button, on both my Christelle Martinette site.com and multiplevoices.net. Thank you for listening in and to allow me to have this little plug. Now off to the readings. Hello Capricorn friends, this is Christelle Martinette with another weekly reading starting the 15th of February. And I have here with me the Angel Tarot that it's an Italian deck, and was the artists of the deck are 2 Italian artists, Arturo Pico and Giordano Berti. It was created in 2007. It's a fairly new deck. Now, my take on angels and the angel deck is not in terms of evil forces against the good, and they rode off into the sunset, but angels in terms of messengers bringing forth divine messages for us. So that in mind, I'll also open a 9-card spread. I have the Vera Sibilla here to illuminate them, and I have my bag of runes, tiger eyes runes that work well with these. They're both very grounded. It is, the angels are flying. Those are grounding runes, very interesting, working together. I'm finding this week. Let's see what the week holds in store for you, Capricorn. Interesting here. Okay, we have the Hanged Man. You can see here there are hands holding him up. The Death card. The Death card with the inscription Fides Veritas, have faith, have trust. And the 5 of Cups has come up often this week. The 2 of Swords. The Magician, look at that. The Magician. The Magician's hands aided by angels, guided. And the Knight of Cups. The Lover's card. the Two of Pentacles, and the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups right under the Knight of Cups. Okay, I'm looking at this as a couple. I'm seeing this as a couple. And for many of you, it's a younger woman and an older man, or the reverse, a younger man and an older woman. There's quite an age difference between these two. That's a couple. And what I'm seeing here very clearly is this Five of Cups is telling us that there still is something there in that couple. There's still something there. And it's not going to go away, this person, not very easily. The Five of Cups is knighting with the Two of Pentacles, knighting two down and one over. The Two of Pentacles is telling us of playful exchange, in the sense that, yes, things change. They change all the time. But let's take it with a little bit more, with a little lightness. And, okay, things are changed. You want to leave? I'll go somewhere else. I'm going to turn around. Let's not see each other for a while. Okay. But then you come back to the same point, right? And it seems that the cards are inviting you to see it as part of a game, because you seem to always look for each other. Now, there are other things here. Of course, the Five of Cups is right next to the Death card. And the Death card, it has a position, a prominent position in this spread. It's at the top, in the middle. Now, what's interesting is that we are at a crossroads here. This couple is at a crossroads. There is a Death card that is knighting with both the Queen of Cups and the Lover's card. Now there's an element of choice here, but right in between that is the Two of Pentacles, and this is still a moment, this is still a week when there's a sort of playful atmosphere. Now, for those of you who are not coupled in the romantic sense, this can mean any type of friend, an older and a younger friend. Okay, the component is asymmetrical. One is older and one is younger. And it's interesting because the age difference is not what's at stake, what is at the basis of the difficulty there, but it's the two different perspectives, and it's not about numbers here, because it seems that the young is acting like an older person and the older is acting like a younger person, and it seems that it keeps shifting. So it's not a question of age, but it is a question of taking a decision as to what we want to do from now on. Now, it's quite telling that the entry card is the Hanged Man, which suggests sacrifice. And I'm reading this as sacrifice is needed in order for you to be together. But the lovely magician in the middle, of course, tells us that you could do whatever you want, Capricorn. It's in your hands. It really is in your hands. Now, I'm going to first take the Vera Sibilla cards on the Hanged Man, because I would like to get an idea of what kind of sacrifice is needed. Okay. All right, this is the 19th century safe, denari, money implied, or work, livelihood. Then there's the letter, communication, and lettera and sospiri, sighing. This is the telling card here, because it tells us that it's been going on for a long time. fairly long, fairly long, because the issue here is not, again, it's not about time, but the issue here is about the communication between you, but also about your livelihood, both of you. But Capricorn, it's more an issue for you because I see a boat out there, and many of you Capricorns are thinking really to fly he flew the coop, to fly the coop. You're thinking of you're actually dreaming of leaving now, but it doesn't augur well for this relationship. So the card here, the Hanged Man, is telling us that perhaps the relationship may be the sacrifice. Now, this seems like a contradiction in terms because we have I just said, we have the Magician in the middle of the spread, and you can do whatever you want. And I think these cards are giving you food for thought, and they're telling you that you can do whatever you want. Why don't you try this? But then you can try that. But remember that, and remember what happened then. You do have a history, and you may even know today what you want and what you don't want. But what the week is suggesting is that you can, with the Death card, you can turn things completely around, and you can transform the situation. But that entails a choice with the Lovers. And the Queen of Cups is the position that you'll be in, because here the spread talks about love. Now, we did have the card of the Safe, but in no way is that trying to put the emphasis on your livelihood. No, not at all, because that's not the question at stake. The question at stake is how much you are willing to enter the role of the Magician and take matters in your hands and decide what to do with this situation. So let's take the runes and see what they have to say. Where am I going to put this? Nice, so nice, Okay, now, this week and the time around now, there is a certain, regardless of the difficulty with this situation, even just the fact that these people exist, these protagonists exist, brings you joy. Okay, it does bring you joy. And you know that things will just happen as they should. And whatever the outcome, you know that it will be a positive outcome. This is something that you know for a fact. Now, there are a few things here that will drive you mad, because one is that you don't see currently, you don't see any success for this couple. You just don't see how it could possibly occur. You just don't. And although you don't, you would like to, but you don't know how. And you're not getting any help in terms of, you're not illuminated as to how, and you won't be illuminated. The cards are telling you to step into your role as the Magician. The runes are also saying, step into your role as the Magician. And there are two outcomes possibly that you have to decide. One is taking the time and working on that relationship, or decide that it can never be what you want. And what's interesting here, be that as it may, that decision, the Lovers, there is in the middle of these 6 runes cast, is Soilo, is the sun. And, you know, any way you spell it, this is success, which is interesting. And I hope you would remember that, Capricorn. You're poised for success, whether this relationship continues as you would have liked or not. This is a person that is in your life, and I think this person is in your life for a while. They may be from a past life. I'm saying that for many it is. This is a person that has been with you in other lives, and this time around you're going to give it another go or not, and maybe wait for the next life. Namaste, my Capricorn friends. I do hope this was of help to you. Until we read again, bye bye.